So suppose you or a loved one has just been involved in a crash. Maybe you're still in your vehicle and people are asking you to move your vehicle. First of all, if it's a safety hazard to leave the vehicles where they're at, by all means move the vehicles. But if it's not a safety hazard, if there are other people around with hazards and things like that, before vehicles are moved, have someone photograph the scene, the vehicles before anyone moves their vehicles. Get photographs, get video, get something like that, so that if there's any question later on as to where the vehicles were at, how they hit each other, where they ended up after the crash, someone has that footage. So it's really, really important, unless it's a safety hazard, to get photographs and videos of the vehicles before they move. Some vehicles can't be moved. So some vehicles are so damaged that they're going to have to be towed away. Not your problem. But one thing to keep in mind, um, most vehicles these days are going to be equipped with what we call black box data, or different modules in there which can record important information about crashes and accidents and things like that. I actually have one behind me here. This is the module from a Ford pickup truck that was involved in a crash that I litigated a number of years ago down in Iowa. Why am I talking about that? Well, depending on the type of vehicle and depending on how severe the crash is, whether the airbags went off, there may be modules inside the vehicle that recorded the information just before and at the time of the crash. If the car is started up again, if it's able to be operated, that data can actually be lost. And that is the worst feeling in the world, when we know there was data that will talk about things such as speed, braking, possibly whether someone steered or not. That kind of information will can be contained in the black boxes and can be lost if the vehicles are started up after the crash and if they're driven. So something to keep in mind. If the vehicle is able to be operated, make sure that no one starts up the vehicle, if at all possible, until you verified with an attorney whether that black box data needs to be preserved. Um, Couple other things. Obviously, if the police want to move the vehicle, again, see if it's possible to get the vehicles towed so that they don't have to be started up and moved, so that that black box data isn't lost. Um, it's best not to drive your vehicle after the crash to the hospital. You don't know if it's safe or not, if anything was damaged in the crash. And again, you want to make sure that there's an opportunity to photograph and inspect the vehicles after the crash before any changes are made to it, in case there's any question later on.